I'm Chris Guld with Geeks On Tour, and this is Fun with Photos. Gather all your photos in one place. Now, I use Google Photos. You know that. So most everything I teach is about Google Photos. But any documentation that you read, any books, any YouTube videos about organizing your lifetime of photos starts with step one. They must all be in one place. There's no hope to organize them if some are in the closet upstairs, some are in a photo album, some are on this phone, some are on that camera. The first step is to get them all in one place. And that's something that Google Photos is so good at. Why? Because it stores everything in the cloud, and the cloud has unlimited space. Yes, you might have to pay something for it, but you will never run out of space. Step one is gathering all in one place. As far as I'm concerned, if you're using Google Photos, that's pretty much a no-brainer. It's done because the cloud can hold it all. And notice here, you can gather from your phone, you can gather from hard drives, you can gather from your computer. All of the photos end up in the cloud in one giant stream sorted by date taken. But the second step is to separate the best from the rest. So you have this cloud full of thousands and thousands of photos. You can just mark your favorites. Then anytime you want, you can just view your favorites. I'm going to show you on Google Photos, I'm going to show you on the Samsung Gallery, and I'm going to show you on Apple Photos, because all three of them have the feature of favorites. First is Google Photos, and I'm going to do it with my Samsung. We just went on this 3-week cruise. Now, I make albums, but you don't have to. The point of today's session is for those who want to exert the minimum amount of effort for the maximum amount of organization value. So I made an album. A lot of you followed along, but I also marked some favorites. So how do I see just my favorites? I go to collections and then favorites. So now I'm just seeing a selection. I'm seeing the best photos because I marked them with a star. As soon as you take a handful of photos and you look at them, say, oh, I like that one the best, and you just tap the star. Now, if I look at my favorites, I will see that one. So you mark it with a star, and then you view it by going to collections and favorite. If I should change my mind and say, no, I like that one better, I can unstar. You just tap the star again. Now it is unstarred. I can choose another one and star it. So that's Google Photos. This is my Samsung. I go to Samsung Gallery and look at all my photos. So we went to a party last night, and I was fascinated by this sailfish up on the wall. So that is a photo. On the Samsung, it's a little heart that makes it a favorite. Now, if I want to see just my favorites, it is an album called Favorites. So now I'm just looking at my favorites, and there is that sailfish. That marks the photo as a favorite in Samsung Gallery. If I mark a favorite in Samsung Gallery, it is not marked in Google Photos. Favorite in Samsung Gallery, not favorite in Google Photos. So you need to pick one. You need to pick one app that you're going to stick with and use. Apple Photos. Just this morning, I took some photos of our YouTube studio here. Jim's been working. Jim's been switching things around, and I wanted to document it. So I took a few photos. I want to just mark one of them as a favorite. In iPhotos, or Apple Photos, once again, it's a heart that marks it as a favorite. And then when you go back and look at albums, they call it pinned collections, and there is favorites, and there is the one that I just marked of Jim. So in Apple Photos, you mark it with a heart, you view it in an album called Favorites. So that's Google Photos, Samsung Gallery, and Apple Photos can all create favorites and view just your favorites. I use favorites for a lot. Instead of just searching for sunsets, I want to search for favorite sunsets. Instead of just searching for California, I want to search for California favorites. I go to my Google Photos, and I'm going to use it on the computer here, but this works the same on phone. I will search for sunsets. There are hundreds and hundreds of sunsets, and obviously lots of duplicates or similar photos. You never take just one picture of a pretty sunset, right? But I do try to mark my favorites. So if I just in the search include sunsets and favorites, now I get a lot fewer overall, definitely fewer similar photos, and they're all pretty good photos because I have marked them with a star. Let's try another one. California. If I just search for California, I'm going to get a lot. From visits we've made out there, from times I lived out there, it goes on and on. But if I just type California favorites, I'll get a much better selection. And they'll all be good photos because I've marked them with a star. Ha! Look at that. I used to backpack in California. Let's say that I've just met a new friend and we start talking about scuba diving. I want to show them my scuba diving pictures. I want to share them. So I will go to Google Photos, that's where all my pictures are, and I'll search for scuba. But you'll notice that I have a lot of pictures about scuba. I don't want to go share these hundreds of photos with my new friend. What can I do? I can just add the word favorites. I've gotten pretty good at marking a star on the photos that I think are the best. So if I search for scuba favorites, now I don't get so many. Step 2. So step 1 is find the photos I want to share. Step 2 is to then select them all. Now you have to click on the first one and then shift click on further ones. Notice I now have 17 selected. If I scroll down to the bottom, shift click, I now have 77 selected. I'm doing this on the web version of Google Photos, but it works on the phone just as well. Now that I have the photos selected that I want to share, I click the share button. And I want to just get a link. Create link, copy, and I can go to my email now, create a new email, and I just paste that link in. Now, if you want to see what this looks like from the other side, here I am at Danny's email, and I can open the message and click the link, and he's seeing all my favorite scuba photos. So that was sharing a favorite group of photos. The other thing I want to show you is how to back up, meaning copy down to your computer's hard drive. And for this example, let's say I need a backup of all of my 2023 photos, but not all of them because there are thousands, just my favorites. Let me show you how. So I search for 2023 favorites, and now I still have to select them. I click on the first one, and now you can't go all the way down to the bottom because I still have hundreds here. It will get confused. You have to do it in kind of chunks, And I wish there was a select all, but there is not. So I click on the first one, I hold down the Shift key and click on another one further down. Okay, so I now have 564 images selected. I click the three-dot menu at the far right and download. It says preparing to download 564 items. That will take a minute. When it's ready, it pops up a dialog box of my computer's hard drives and wonders where I want to put it. You could change your browser settings for downloads to change that, because I would like it to go to my external hard drive. This is for backup purposes and in pictures, and I will call it 2023 favorites. And notice it makes it into a zip file. That's fine. I like that for backups. You click save and you are now done. You have a backup of all your favorite pictures for the whole year. So that is using favorites to share what you want and to back up what you want. So you can have a complete photo management system just by gathering all your pictures in one place, separate the best from the rest, then download the best to the computer for backup and safekeeping. That's what I think is the full circle of organizing your photos.